You're interfering with their investigation for something else. He did not interfere with anything.
Hold on, let's read the code. Let's read it, because I mean, there's no better way. Let's read it.
Hold on.
I'll give you, Mr. Zenon, there's always two sides to the story. I get it. This is just probable cause. It doesn't mean that you're guilty of this offense. It's just probable cause. That, in and of itself, is it enough to continue an investigation? And it is, because it's a potential terroristic threat, right? So they have enough to go forward to investigate. They start investigating, and then they find that you have a felony open warrant. And then they find there was something else. Was there another warrant that you said?
It's the aggravated assault. But Judge, I also would like to point out that
but they end up putting him in the car. And at that point, he basically just goes plank like this for them being unable to effectuate an arrest.
And Judge,
I don't think that's an interference.
I don't. I mean, I think the intent of the law within itself is that if you're interfering with their investigation for something else. He did not interfere with anything.
Hold on, let's read the code. Let's read it, because I mean, there's no better way. Let's read it.
Hold on.
I'll give you. Let's pull up the code.
Intake could have taken some other things, but
Well, certainly they could have taken a whole myriad of. I mean, you're lucky they didn't charge you with assault of a peace officer. There's a whole host of other charges that they could have put on. You know,
but they didn't.
Hit.
They took the one that I do not believe applies here.
let's read the code.
Okay.
Let's see what the code says, because you know there's multiple ways that a charge can, you know, that you can charge someone with facts, right? There's multiple ways that can. Okay, you ready? A person commits an offense if the person with criminal negligence interrupts, disrupts, impedes, or otherwise interferes with, number one, a peace officer while the peace officer is performing a duty or exercising authority imposed or granted by law. Two, a person who is employed to provide emergency medical services. Yeah, a firefighter. Number three, for an animal under supervision. Now, so I guess it's a person. It interrupts, disrupts, impedes, or otherwise interferes with, number one, a peace officer while the peace officer is performing a duty or exercising authority imposed or granted by law.
That is the vaguest thing I've ever heard in my life. I mean, come on.
It is. I agree
Okay,
with
so
you.
that the cop can claim anything is interfering with public duties.